Hi, everybody. This is Jen Ward. We're really excited to tell you about the new masterclass that we've been working on for a while now. The first one's coming up soon, but there'll be ones after that. It's kind of the thing that we'll be building on, and it's really exciting. Marvin, you want to tell them a little bit about it?
Yeah, I sure do. Thank you. I'm Marvin Schneider, obviously. Um, we're running our masterclass in divine empowerment this weekend. In fact, is our first live event, and we're going to record it and do the production on it, and then host that on our website so that people in the future they have a choice if they want to participate in the masterclass by streaming it on demand. They can do that, or they can wait for the next live running of the event. We're going to run these events every 2 months, and so the August event is coming up this weekend, and then there's October and December. But you don't have to wait for those dates. You can jump onto the Genuine Healing website, sign up for the masterclass. It'll give you access to all of the resources of the masterclass, including the recording of the event that we're going to be doing this weekend. And of course, Jen, you will also get a downloadable copy of the masterclass workbook, which I want to talk about, and you can talk about a little bit as well because it's quite profound.
Yeah, so thank you, babies. The exciting thing about the masterclass is it's actually an inner class, and in communion, a community of energetic seekers. And the activity workbook, it blows me away, the information that's coming through me just to put in the book for people to have access to all the visualizations, all the techniques, all the nuances of spirituality and how to make your physical existence a perpetual spiritual exercise.
So here's the thing. Here's a copy of the masterclass workbook. It's 200 pages at the moment. This is volume one, and it contains a whole series of chapters covering about 100 odd pages of core teachings, lessons, and learnings about empowerment and the journey to empowerment, particularly from the perspective of your experience, Jen, over the decades and decades of you working with the adepts, your spirit guides, and also you having gone through enlightenment, which is a real thing, by the way. And so the whole purpose of this masterclass is to take people from wherever they are in their life. And quite often, that life, that wherever you are in your life at the moment, is stuck in some kind of a pain point, some kind of a dislodgement. Take you from that to a journey of empowerment. And the event, which is a 2 day event, online event, the event itself is just the beginning. And what is really profound is what happens in the days, weeks, months, and years after that, which is the real committed journey to your own empowerment, your own divinity and purpose, and dare I say, your own enlightenment.
Absolutely. So, another way of saying it is this workbook, this masterclass, plugs the seeker into the perpetual moment of now. Because there really is no past, there really is no future. There's just the now. And once you learn the art of being that spirituality, being that spiritual essence plugged into the now, you become an emanation of light and sound and inspiration for the whole world.
In a lot of ways, this masterclass is the upgrade to A Course in Miracles, which is that mid 1970s movement around the basic principles of Christianity, God, Jesus, the Holy Spirit, but focused on transcending or shifting from the ego and fear into love, which is the miracle, is that shift. And so we're bringing uh, participants in the masterclass the opportunity to become empowered, become enlightened, live that empowerment and enlightenment in their passion and purpose. That is the miracle. And of course, a critical part of that journey in the miracle is, in fact, transcending the ego, which is in fact the process of enlightenment, which you went through, and
Yeah.
which is described in quite a bit of detail in the Masterclass workbook, which is this rather thick document here.
Yeah. And that's a great point, babies, that the ego is always trying to one up the individual and prevent them from tapping into their higher self. So any tools that they have here, as wonderful as Jesus's teachings were, the ego gets involved and the ego derails whatever truth Jesus was saying and takes them into a uh, um, cul-de-sac of the ego. So your spirituality, your path has to be so fresh and so in the moment that you can shift and not be entrenched in any idealism, any worshiping of any personality. You need to be so into your own empowerment that you're willing to shift on a dime. Otherwise, the ego will get its 2 cents in there.
So the important thing is that this masterclass in divine empowerment is not faith-based. It's not grounded in Christian dogma or any other religious dogma at all. It is grounded in the higher principles of universal consciousness and the energy work that you are basically world renowned for. And the journey that we will be taking participants down is, in fact, their own journey. So it's not a predetermined course. It's not a 10-step program. It is your individual journey and around the principles of the universal truth well, the truth of universal consciousness and energy in the broader sense, and the healing techniques that you've honed over decades, Jen, in the work that you do, and the modality, the SFT tapping modality that you created to help people transition from their pain points over a period of time to locking in on purpose, tapping into their higher self, and tapping into their divine empowerment.
Humans are ready. They need that extra step to bypass the ego. They need it to get to higher consciousness. And it's really important right about now that everyone takes a step. Apathy and laziness are no longer going to be tolerated because people just won't be able to exist anymore.
What's the trigger point here, Jen? Why should people sign up to the masterclass? Let me just preface it by saying that there are so many people out there that are feeling lost. They suffer some kind of an identity crisis. They have had some life-altering event that has basically forced them to start thinking about, what is my life all about? Why am I here? And they're lost. Their traditional approaches to find resolution through therapy, through yoga, through meditation, through spiritual teachings just ain't cutting it for them anymore. And so
Right.
they're looking to find, they're looking to heal the pain, and they're looking to find purpose and to connect with their higher self, so that their life has meaning and they have some passion.
Yeah. So what's really interesting is that question is very important. And I was binge watching American Idol. And every contestant who came on had the same thing. They were in so much pain and feeling so unworthy, and they wanted to be on the show to be validated. They wanted to win American Idol so they could feel the importance that they sensed that they were. They wanted it outwardly validated. Well, 8 billion people can't be validated by winning American Idol. It's just not possible. But you know what? They can't be validated by other human beings, but the adepts, the angels, the energetic beings, there's billions of them ready to validate you at every step. So instead of trying to be validated outwardly by winning a contest and beating everyone else, know that you don't need that validation. Know that energy beings are coming together to support you in being empowered because you are that important. And people need to get a sense of their own validation without needing to win a contest to do so. That's what we're going to be doing for them in the master class, is giving them that validation to know they are empowered even if they can't sing and win a contest.
So there's two aspects to the masterclass that I want to touch on, perhaps as we slowly wind down. One is one of the core aspects of the masterclass event itself. It's being run over 2 days online. At the end of day one, you will be transmitting in energy to the participants their sacred assignment, which is basically their opportunity to take on board the task of finding purpose and connecting with our higher self. And there's a particular transmission method that you're going to be using to do that. So everything that we're doing is geared towards everyone receiving their sacred assignment. And then on day two, we're going to basically get a lot of people to have some one-on-one time with you, Jen, to share their experiences, because this sacred assignment is a deeply introspective thing. It's very vulnerable, and the sharing and the witnessing of that in a group setting like this is pretty profound. The other thing I want to mention is that the community that we're building around what happens after the masterclass event. So every week after the masterclass, we'll be running follow-up events where all the people that sign up to the community can participate in real time and interact with the other members and with you, Jen, in helping navigate their way through their journey and accessing their higher self.
Absolutely. So, this sacred assignment that you're talking about, it's an ongoing thread in all your lifetimes. It's not like it's going to turn on like that. You have had all these connections and gotten close, very close to breaking through in different lifetimes and different times. And then because of outer pain or belief systems, you've turned away from that. So by signing up for this, now it takes an initiative on your part. That's what an initiation is in a spiritual group, is you taking the initiative. So by signing up for this, you're agreeing that you're not going to let lifetimes go by again to wait until you take this opportunity. You're taking the initiative to take this opportunity now. Imagine the people who lived during the time of Gandhi or Jesus or whoever, and they were at the point of not taking that opportunity then. Well, this is the time for everyone to take the initiative because the adepts are here. The adepts have inserted themselves in us coming together and us doing this work for some reason or another. It's a secret sauce for the adepts to work through us. And so this is the time for people to have their aha moment instead of lifetimes down the road saying, oh shit, I missed the boat. I should have done it then.
That's actually a good call to action. Don't miss the boat, folks. We're running the this masterclass in a couple of days' time. It's too late to sign up for that one, but we're running another one in October, another one in December, and in any case, you can sign up to the masterclass and participate through the recordings of the event. Call to action: jump onto the Genuine Healing website, go onto the purchase page, scroll, find the masterclass in Divine Empowerment. Do a couple of things. Number one, download the free sample of the workbook. It's the first 20 or 30 pages of the workbook. And if you connect with what's written in there and the transmission of the intention of the masterclass, if it resonates with you, book your spot into the masterclass. Please do yourself a favor. And then while you're at it, sign up for the masterclass community, because that's where the journey, the facilitator journey really takes place after the masterclass event. We're really excited to bring this to you. For now, thanks, Jen. Look forward to catching you next time.
Yep. Thank you, everyone. And bye for now.